Welcome or welcome back to Practical Notions Tarot. My name is Jess, your most humble host, and I'm back. I'm back with another pick a card reading, #Tarot Monday. By the time you watch this, you will experience your weekend, and I hope it was wonderful. I hope it was everything that you dreamt of. Yes, today, the day of this recording is on, Halloween. Yes, give reverence to the ancestors, those that passed over, that are still watching over us. Yeah. All right, and November's coming up, big time family time. Yeah, so I hope you're getting your plans together and really just being grateful for what you have. I know there's a lot going on now, but still, number one importance is being grateful for what you have. Not looking at what you don't have, but looking at what you do have and being grateful for what you have. All right. So today's topic of discussion is, what are people realizing about you now? What are people realizing about you now? People are in our lives, and we don't really always know exactly at the time that they arrive in our lives. Enter the room, enter the chat, enter the door while they're there. But some things have happened, but you gotta step away from those type of relationships. And so after the fall, after the blocking, after the blocking situationships, what are others realizing about you now? All right, so you already know the real deal right here. You select with your intuition, your picture that resonates with you. And while you're doing that, I'm going to ring my bell for my spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors. So if you are sensitive to loud noises, please cover your ears for your safety. Here we go. All right, and I'm going to light some Palo Santo for this event. Yeah, to call in our higher beings that want to help us here. You know what I'm saying? Spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors of the highest light and order that are sent here to help us along our way. All right, here we go. Let me light the Palo Santo. Get a good light on it. Okay. We got it. Okay, so hopefully you were able to make your selection. Cleanse it. And I will see you on the other side. Hey, pile one. Thank you for joining me on the other side. So which area of life people are talking about the most? What are people realizing about you the most? What area of life? Here we go. I got the Astro dice. Ooh, the 7th house, your relationships. Okay, your relationships. This is what's in question right now. Okay, so we do have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse here. And it says family disputes, bankruptcy, debt, fleeting success, conflict over money, inability, breaking traditions. Okay, followed by regard for this repressed intuition, hidden motives, superficiality, confusion, cognitive dissonance. Ooh, ouch. This is what others are realizing about actually what's been going on with the relationships that you've carried. Let me let me say that again. Let me rephrase that. The relationships that you carried so far, because it is in the 7th house. This is the type of people you've been dealing with. This is what others are realizing about you now. The type of people you've been dealing with. And it's followed by the moon. The moon illuminates the hidden aspects of your psyche, representing deep emotions and unresolved subconscious feelings. If the moon appears in your dreams, it is calling you to confront your emotional depths. Intuition and the subconscious are revealing the truth through the moon's presence, and returning to your inner peace and authenticity will be will be key to resolving all your questions here. And it's followed by trust the process. Stars don't rush, yet always shine. Followed by warning vibes. You knew, you just ignored it. You ignored it. Intuition, ignorance, self-betrayal. Followed by your hint card, H-I-N-T. Phenocite. I hope that I'm saying that right. Ascension, higher consciousness, light activation. Among the highest vibration crystals, phenocite awakens the light body, expands spiritual awareness, and aligns you with divine truth. Crown chakra, it rules all. Fire, I stand in divine light guided by higher wisdom. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that you knew all in the relationships that you've carried. What are other people realizing about you, that you knew that you weren't dealing with a lot of nice people here, but you still took them on, and you didn't want to rush the process. You just always felt like it'll shake out, it'll be fine. I don't have to worry about betrayal or any of these other issues. But what we don't understand here is people have free will all the time. I mean, seriously, from the time they exited their mother's womb, they have free will. You know, in the beginning stages of our lives, you know, we have to rely on our parents, whether good or bad, indifferent or whatever. But it feels like the people that you've carried so far, and the reason why I'm even saying parents, because the mom is present, ever so present here. What others are realizing about you is that your mother, especially, don't take it if this doesn't resonate, is taking advantage of you, and you knew it all along. She has not learned from her past lessons that were presented to her over and over again. The awareness wasn't there, or she just didn't care to trust the process and actually be a decent human being. I don't know. I hate to say that. And this is a fair warning vibes, that you do have a parent, and it looks like a mother that may have been taking advantage of your kindness here, and seeing you as weak. Yeah. And what else, Spirit? Let's clarify some more about this. What are others realizing about you? That you have a mother that wasn't very kind, that wasn't motherly to you. This is what is being said. Yeah. Ooh, there's two that fell out. Okay. Over Ace of Cups here. We got Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer here. Oh, okay. Overflowing love, bliss, romantic success, new romance, flowing emotion. This is joy. This is it, joy. Followed by Four of Swords here. Libra, Jupiter. Time for non-action, isolation, going within, silence, rest, take a break, healing, recalibrate, retreat. And let's get one more. One more, Spirit. Okay. Two. Well, I guess two of them flipped out. Okay. And bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Okay. So for the bottom of the deck, we do have the King of Swords, and that is Libra here. Libra, air energy. Do it by the book. Mind over matter. Do it by the book. Truthful, wise, legal matters, regimented, rational, stern, precise, candid, detached, eloquent, logic. You're going to have to really see what you can do about cutting, because it's a sword energy. I hate to say it, cutting the energy out that's causing you delays and repressed energy here. Because with the high priestess in reverse, that means you're just repressing feelings that you should be expressing right now when it comes to this mother figure in your life. It may not be your birth mother. It may not be your birth mother. It may be someone that has been acting as a mother figure in your life. They are draining you dry. This is the energy that I'm feeling here. You can't even build a legacy when someone is there taking all of your resources here. Yeah, and they want to count it all joy and romanticizing this situation, but it's nothing to be romanticized about. And every time I see the Four of Swords, I see the ancestors. Even the ancestors are speaking about this. They're really deliberating around each other, the ancestors. And you know that then the veil is thin around this time. This is at the time of this recording, Halloween, Venus Friday. They don't like the way you're being treated, and they want you to take a step back and go within and really figure out what you want to do next, because you are not responsible for this person here about how they feel and what's going on. They really need to get themselves together. Now, if you really want to help this person, you're going to have to figure out a better plan on how to have them be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? And it's followed by the 7 of Coins. Good things take time. Taurus, Saturn energy here, perseverance, long-term view, coming to fruition, harvest, ripen, investments, patience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to come up with a better plan on how they can become better self-sufficient, so they are not relying on your stability, your upcomings, your resources, because you know Taurus is that second house is about resources, the way you make your money. They're not relying on your finances to hold them up. Okay. And just seeing the King of Swords, you have to be decisive. You have to really take the bull by the horn, as they say with the Taurus, you know, mind over matter. Yeah, and it's followed by the Queen of Wands here, stylish trendsetter, Leo energy. You could be a Leo here, Leo water energy here. Yeah, it's really time for you to say what you got to say. I know people may look at you as stubborn, because this is what are others realizing about you now in the relationships you hold. Your situation with your mother or a mother figure in your life that was in that space of a mother there, because you know some people they may give their child up for certain circumstances, or it may have been forced to give their child up, so they may not have been able to be the parent that they wanted to be because of certain interferences. And I really feel like there's a lot of interferences here with you all. Either the mother parent or the mother figure wasn't able to do something because of these strong interferences, because I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles in reverse here, with family disputes and stuff like that. It could have been like some kind of co-parenting conflict or something like that, to where they weren't able to be there. But it's time to go within and really heal the mother figure wound in here, the mother wound here, because you are charming, confident, courageous, energetic, outgoing, and a strong visionary, strong and sexy here. You know what I'm saying? As a male, it will be the feminine side, the feminine energy within you, that you are capable of healing that mother wound, to be present in your life in a way that a mother would. You know what I'm saying? Being nurturing to yourself. So if you've been forgetting about yourself, or just really treating women unkind because of this, it's time to go in and start reflecting on on how you can heal this mother wound within. And for you ladies, you know, because you know we do overgive. A lot of us are in the helping professions. I'm in healthcare, so I definitely can feel you here about how we do overgive and overshare and overlove sometimes with this Ace of Cups. We romanticize things that should not be romanticized, but Spirit is saying you got to have that mind over matter and cut folks off where they need to be detached from you, and stop relying on codependent relationships, especially when it comes to the mother wound here. And yeah, I actually really do see a mother taking advantage of their child here in this situation. So yeah, this is what others are realizing about you, that you need to really set some boundaries here. And when we're talking about the second house, that is the number 2 in numerology. That is about boundaries, setting strong boundaries, being diplomatic, and saying out what you really need, and not be a pushover, taking any and everything from everyone just because they feel like you should. You know what I'm saying? Even with this cardinal energy, being original in ideas and new beginnings, it's time for you to focus on yourself, especially when you've been putting in the work. If you've been going to school and really making huge sacrifices, I'm seeing the hangman here. If you've been making huge sacrifices for your lifestyle, for your children even, because I'm sensing a lot of people have children here too, because we do see in this picture the seven of coins. this woman is pregnant here. So yeah, she's giving life. And if someone is ciphering off what you need for your supply, for your children, for your offspring, this is a problem. It really is. And Spirit is saying that it's time to really come into yourself and really figure this out, because you're worth it. You are worth the fight here. I'm feeling seven of wands too. What? Yeah. But you are capable of solving this situation. You just got to come up with a clear plan. Get some clarity on the next moves forward, because this cannot continue. Yeah, and to end this reading, end it off, we have wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. This person or whoever's in your life is causing you to feel like you need to keep going over, perseverating over the same old issues, when really you can put a stop to us and you will have triumph over troubles and obstacles here. But you have to really look at yourself and see what you need to invest in yourself, long-term plans and views, and really have that really necessary and needed discussion with the mother figure in your life. Are you here for, what are you here for? Really, this is what other people, what others are realizing about you when it comes to the relationships you hold. You got some healing to do in the mother area of your life, because we have the moon here. Yeah, no more rose-colored glasses here with this romanticizing this relationship, because there's some issues that need to be worked out. But don't worry, you got the triumph over troubles, obstacles here. Yeah, the eagle. Fly like the eagle. Freedom is on its way. Once you realize what needs to be, what you need to be freed from. Okay, so if this resonates with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. You're welcome to follow me to piles 2 and 3, and don't forget to continue to create and or design a life that makes sense to you, because that is the only way you're going to be happy. Follow me. Yeah, follow me. practicalnotionsmedia.com. All right now. All right. Thank you again for joining me, and you take care. Hey, pile 2. Welcome back. All right. Let me spray some root in the house, in this building. Okay. So what are others realizing about you? I got my astro dice right here. Let's figure it out. What area of life? Oh, dating and relationships. The fun house, Leo energy here. Okay, so what others are realizing about you in this house when it comes to your dating life? Okay, dating life. Ugh. Okay, you've been rejected a lot. This is what other people's realizing about you now. You've experienced hardship, loss, isolation, feeling abandoned, adversity, struggle, unemployment, unlike a lot of homosexuals in your energy here, alienation and disgrace when it comes to dating here. And also in some of your creative activities here, like maybe you've had a lot of projects that you try to get off the ground and they haven't really landed yet. Yeah, this is what others are realizing about you, that you've just been struggling a little bit here on the struggle bus, that you really need to connect to your root chakra here. Yeah, okay. And the fact that we got that 5 of Pentacles, which is a number 5 in the tarot deck. And we got the, it's about change. It's about constantly having to change up on partnerships because they just haven't really netted you much of anything here. This is what others are realizing about you. Okay, and then it's followed by the Ace of Swords in reverse. So you had a lot of confusion in your relationships, those you've dated along the way, just anyone that's not really it's like a short-term relationship. The 7th house is a long-term relationships, marriage, contracts. And the 5th house, Leo energy is about fun, creative, happiness type of, dates, let's go on a date type of energy here. But there's been a lot of confusion, miscommunication, hostility even. You may have picked up on partnerships or potentials that have been jealous of what you have and what you do here. A lot of arguments, destruction and brutality a little bit. So yeah, you may have some that's been very argumentative and really trying to cause a lot of conflict in your life here. It's followed by house. House symbolizes the structure of your inner self, emotional shelter, and life's foundation. Dreaming of a house reflects your need for personal space and security. Different rooms may represent aspects of your psyche, with damaged walls or empty rooms indicating unresolved issues. This dream encourages you to examine your inner world and address areas that need care or healing. Followed by focus, eyes on the summit, all else fades. Followed by sure, sounds great. And look at the way this man is dressed. Spirit, you have a sense of humor. You already know. Said yes when you meant to say hell no. Resentment, self-betrayal. So I really feel like a lot of people have like stepped down a little bit to date, dating underneath their potential. You know what I'm saying? In this pile. Oh, I'm so sorry. Followed by your hint card, HINT. Blue lace agate. Calm communication, peace. Blue lace agate is a stone of serenity, grace, and angelic communication. It soothes the mind, softens expression, and opens the throat chakra to peaceful truth. Its gentle energy supports connection with higher realms and inner calm. It controls the throat. Gemini, Aquarius energy, air. I speak with softness and connect to divine guidance here. Okay. I'm telling you all, you've had several relationships here that just hadn't panned out. It was due to miscommunication. Maybe you didn't understand each other because of the language barrier. Literally, some people, it's speaking from experience. Yeah, I've dated men. Most of my dating life has been with men of other races or cultures or ethnicities. So there's always a language barrier of some type. So yeah, you could definitely be in this boat where the reason why the relationship didn't last or the fun wasn't funny, as they say, is because of the language barrier. You thought you had somebody, but you didn't. They thought of you another way, but really the communication wasn't there to really get to know you as they should have. Not to say you're a bad person or anything, or that they're a bad person, just the line of communication wasn't really totally available there. And you could even be from the same area, but still growing up in different households, because we got the house here, you may have been taught a certain way, different way from the person that you were dating. So of course it's always going to be some kind of language barrier, because who's your first teacher? Your mother. Yeah. And the fact that we got fourth house here, which is house is the fourth house here, but we got the number 5 here in for the creativity, the 5th house, dating, and the first card out was the rejection, the 5 of Pentacles type of energy, is that they may not appreciate where you've come from, where you lived, and who was raising you. They probably think you were raised by a pack of wolves. Who knows? Or vice versa, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is how others, what others are realizing about you, that you didn't have the best communication style in your dating life. That's why you suffer, and it could have been because of the way you were raised. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Come out swinging. I feel like this is another swinging pile, because pile 1 had me like scratching my head, like, Spirit, you really laying it out there on the line, but the veil is thin. So yeah. So this is what you get. This is what you get at this time. 3 of Cups. Time to celebrate. You have people that really want to celebrate with you here. Cancer, Mercury. They want to have better communication. They want to collaborate with you, honestly. No matter how bad your dating life has been, they still want to celebrate with you. They want to be in social gatherings with you. They want a friendship with you. They want a party. They want good times, reunion, collaborate, artistic pursuits. They want to really collaborate with you. Although you may have a different view of life, they still want to collaborate with you here. regardless of how you were raised. Yeah, they really think that you can accumulate some things together here with the sun in Capricorn energy. You can really build something of substance here with the collaboration. Maybe you've had people that want to come up and collaborate. I know as a content creator, yeah, I have some people that want to collaborate, but I'm just not at that stage to want to move in that direction yet. I know my ancestors have been dealing with me on some certain things about, you know, intercommunication here. And the fact that we got a lot of communication energy here and creativity is very telling. Yeah, so material attachment, accumulate, scarcity mindset, hoarder, conservative, possessive, creature of habit, type wide. So you're definitely locked in on your own type of things you want to do. And it's being exposed for what it for what it is. This is why people are realizing about you is that you definitely want to keep whatever you got on lock. You're not in the energy of really spreading yourself out there because of the bad relationships, the dating life, the people that's come into your circle, your world hasn't been of subpar, of great means, of a superb behavior here. Superb behavior. Oh, and you got the Virgo Mercury energy, 10 of coins. I feel like this was actually Empire one, so that may be another layer of issues there you may want to consider, but this is upright. Theirs was in reverse. A family legacy, wealth, patriarch, domestic duty, lineage, buying a house, image, privilege, security, estate. And I really feel like the reason why, because just seeing that, the reason why you're behaving in this way is because you want to build a legacy for yourself, and you can't be with people who are sun-tommy about you. They don't really know how they feel about you. They're really just really exerting their own energy and not really considering you and what you have to do here. So this is how others are what others are realizing about you is that family comes first here. The celebration, yeah, you can have it, but it can't come before what you got to do here. And you're really being possessive and conservative over your time here with the 4 of coins. And it's followed by the strength here, invisible force. You are a force to be reckoned with. This is why you have that Leo sun here energy, and the fact that we're in the 5th house of dating, you know, dating life, creativity, is that you have something about you that this quietly, gently pushing you forward. You got that gentle persuasion, compassion, confidence, courage, self-belief in yourself, you know, infinite potential. You know, the I'm hearing infinite waters. You know, I don't know much about his upbringing or anything like that. I don't know. I just know that he speaks of metaphysical principles too here on YouTube. But yeah, he has a strong following. He has a strong subscriber count and a strong business behind him with this, because I'm looking at the 4 coins. I'm pretty sure he had to patrol and control his time and energy so he can really build something of stature here. And I really feel the same way for you too. You have personal power, influence, and you're influential. You have strong wisdom here to keep moving forward. Out of all of this, this is the one that stands out the most here because it's a major arcana. You are an invisible force. You're a force to be reckoned with. So those who try to leave you out in the cold or persuade you or dissuade you from doing things that are meaningful in your life, you know, they're automatically exposed because you got something you're doing here. And it's not up for discussion because, you know, the Ace of Swords is about that getting clarity in your life. You're going to always be what others are realizing about you now, that it's definitely a pattern in your life that you're gonna most likely run into people that will misunderstand you in your dating world because it's not meant for them to understand you here. And what else, spirits, to round this up? Oh, that was 2 of them that flipped out. Okay, 3. Okay, so at the bottom deck, fair woman, dealing or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. You know, you may have friends from other ethnicities, because I'm a Black woman, you know, so you may have people that kind of want to know exactly what do you do, or how can they collaborate with you. You're interesting to them. This is the energy that I'm picking up from this card. And it says broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the people that you come across to date here, this is what other people are realizing about you, is that they don't really get further than this. the wish that they wanted, like a longer term relationship with you, it's not going to be granted because they come with ulterior motives, with the harsh, the Five of Pentacles leaving you out in the cold, rejection here. Feel like you attract a lot of playboys and playgirls here, pile 2. And you got the Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. This is why you can't really take a lot of these people with you. They're not meant to go with you. So yeah, it's just short-term fun, you know, and then you move on. You know what I'm saying? If you even get that far. And you got Cat, a two-faced friend. And even in friendship relationships, you've had to probably block off people or just cut people loose, or you know what I'm saying? Because they weren't there for the right reasons. And I've always known this because my ancestors always tell me, you know, there are people in your life for a season. You don't really know exactly why. And it could be a longer season than what you thought. You may think it was just maybe what we call it on the Gregorian calendar, like the 3-month seasons, you know, summer, spring, fall, winter. But you know, only the divine spirit, you know, God, the universe, however you recognize that invisible force here, will tell you what the season is. And this is why a lot of relationships that you thought you would just have a lifetime did not last, because you are meant for something more here. All right, so this is what others are realizing about you now, that you're a force to be reckoned with, and low vibrational people are not allowed to cross that threshold. All right, so if this resonates with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to design or continue to create or design a life that makes sense to you, because that's the only way that you're going to be happy. You're welcome to review pile 1 or move with me to pile 3. If not, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you, and you take care. Hey, pile 3, how are you doing? Let me spray the roo-doo-roo in the room, in the house. All right, so what area of life that others are realizing about you? What area of life is the concentration here of what others are realizing about you now? 3. Ooh, that's like Gemini energy, communications, your community, short trips, that type of energy here. Okay. So what about that community, your small community here? Okay, so they see that, I don't know, they look at you as you've been pessimistic about your community here. There's been a lot of malicious slander here, manipulation, harsh, bitter, spiteful, cruel, deceitful, and unforgiving energy in your community here. I don't know if you're dealing with, I don't know, when I'm feeling this energy, it's about like vote. I'm hearing voting and politics, and yeah, that type of energy. Queen of Swords in reverse with the 3rd house. It makes me feel like you wanted your community to band together on something that's so important, but feel like you've been let down in some sort of way. So you've taken it upon yourself to find ways to succeed in your life with the 6 of Wands, success, victory, triumph, rewards, recognition, praise, action, and pride. So yeah, people see that you've actually parted ways or parted off, or have done something here about your external identity here, because we have clothes. Clothes symbolize your external identity and self-presentation. Dreaming of clothes reflects your self-image and societal roles. Yeah, community support, and what role you play in it. Old or ill-fitting clothes may suggest you're out of alignment with your true self or conforming to others' expectations. The dream encourages you to shed false facades and express your authentic self more fully. So yeah, I was right about something here. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. That your blessed bounty here is from you identifying yourself. Maybe you had to remove yourself from this community at one point in time, and maybe you've returned. I don't know. Harvest grows in soil of gratitude. It almost makes me feel like that parable of Jesus. I know a lot of people are not followers of Christ, or and then some of us are, but we do it in a very different way with the Christ consciousness. But if you've read the Bible at all, you know the parable of Jesus shaking his shoes off, kicking the dust off his sand, kicking the sand off, the dust and sand off his shoes, because he wasn't appreciated in his community. And I really feel like for you all, you've experienced that. This is what others are realizing about you now, that you may have to relocate or move on from something because people just did not appreciate you the way they should have here. They've been very pessimistic about your existence. And it's followed by open third eye, saw email, digital interference, inner conflict. Your inner conflict is about, yeah, I come from this place, but I really feel like I wasn't appreciated. I don't really know. You could be someone in I was about to say theater or movies, or maybe short movies or something like that, short films or something like that, where you've actually really made a name for yourself. I'm here in Tinseltown, and but you did it because you realized that you could never get where you needed to be with this community that you're in. And so you do get the emails, people saying things about you, people looking you up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even with this card, people looking you up. Could be early morning because you see this coffee cup here sizzling. People are really talking about you here. It's causing inner conflict because they know where you came from, but you don't present yourself as that. You actually define who you are, and it makes them feel uncomfortable. Oh well, oh well, oh well. And when we're talking about Gemini energy, since this is the third house, that they're always kind of looked at as two-faced. So they think that you probably kind of betrayed yourself or betrayed your community or whatever. But this is what others are realizing about you now, that you've had to identify yourself as what you need to identify yourself so you can continue on with your soul purpose here, because where you were wasn't bearing any fruit. And when you're not bearing any fruit, you gotta move on here. Hint card, HINT, amethyst, clarity, protection, spirituality. Yeah, I'm telling you, you had to relocate because for your safety, for your mental health, it was for the best. Amethyst is a stone of intuition, peace, and spiritual awakening. It clears negative energy, supports meditation, and opens the crown chakra to higher states of consciousness. A trusted guide for inner clarity and divine protection, divine connection, third eye crown, Pisces, Aquarius, air. I trust my intuition and embrace my spiritual journey. Yeah, you had to. Wasn't any way about it. Wasn't anything you could do about it. You had to keep it pushing because a lot of people just weren't appreciating who you were, the person that you are. Okay, we're going to divvy up three cards to keep it moving. Okay, ooh, okay. One more. I fell out right along with it. Okay, got this one. Okay, ooh, that was in pile 2. Okay, so yeah, you've been working on your craft. Like I said, this is Virgo sun energy, bottom of the deck. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, that's a major arcana. Okay. Decisive moments. Capricorn, Jupiter energy. Decisive moment, chance, life cycles, karma, destiny, good luck, expansion, it's time, fortune, change, fate. People are realizing that those that talk negative on you are seeing something about you that's not really there, or just being malicious here, because I'm seeing malicious talk about you. Cognitive, damn, what was I at? I was thinking cognitive dissonance, but I think that was on another pile. I can't remember which one it was, but maybe it was pile 2, because this was in pile 2. But they don't realize what they've done to make you want to turn away from them. And so you've been focusing on your own craft, dedication to the craft, detailed specialty, sticking to it, self-employed, achievement, work mastery, committed. You're committed to what makes you feel good and what's going to actually bring you success at the end of the day. And you can't waste all that good potential and energy on people who just don't get it, because it only causes you heartbreak. This is what's next. Libra, Saturn, deep emotional pain, grief, disillusionment, sorrow, depression, heartbreak, misunderstanding, tears, loss. It'll only cause you pain at the end of the day, focusing on folks that don't care about you. Yeah, and because you're trying to conserve your energy here, your coins. Why throw your good pearls to swine? This is This is what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you definitely want to conserve your energy and the money you spend. It almost makes me feel like you're throwing a wedding for people who just despise your partner, despise you, and just jealous and envious of all that you have. And they want you to share with them. You're looking like, I don't know you. This almost makes me feel like Pio too when they said, hell no. Their card right here, yours is the third eye, saw the email, digital interference, inner conflict. Theirs was hell no. It was about dating. So yeah, I don't know, y'all. I just feel like your community sucks. Wherever you came from. And I don't want to say that they suck, but this energy makes me feel like they suck. They really didn't see much for you. So this is why they talk crap about you. Yeah, and this is material attachment, accumulate, scarcity mindset. That's what I'm saying. They have a scarcity mindset. This is what others are realizing about you now. The reason why you had to detach from folks, because hey, you don't have a scarcity mindset. Anything is possible with the wheel of fortune. Yeah. They're just very conservative, possessive creature of habit type Y. This is how they're why you had to cut loose, because you couldn't really expand in this energy. And with the 8 of coins here, you have to expand. You have to get into your creative bowl here, your creative juices. Even with the 6 of wands, to be successful, that's Leo energy here. You have to be creative. And if your community is not allowing that or not giving you space to create, then that's a problem. It really is. All right, and so you got bird perch, waiting for news, package letter. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, they're always looking to see what you're doing, just so it gives them inner conflict, because they know how they treated you. Look, table, hard work ahead. You've been working very hard. This is Virgo sun energy too. That lines up. That you are the whole table. You are the whole table. And so those who try to talk bad on you and create malicious conflict or whatever, spreading bad news about you, gossip, false information, they're in the wrong, and they're going to be exposed for it. Because look at where they are and where you're at. Come on now. It's only you versus you. You're not in competition with anybody. But people seem to feel like they're in competition with you. And karma is right at their door too. So yeah, you leap. If you feel froggy, leap then. Because it's a FAAFO season here. F around and find out. All right. All right. So yeah, if this resonates with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please continue to design or create a life that makes sense to you, because that's the only way you're going to be happy. And I see that you all are doing just fine. Okay. Touche, carry on. Okay. Because you create your own self-identity. All right. Thanks again. And this concludes your hashtag Tarot Monday. I appreciate all of you day ones, casual watchers, and the newcomers, the newbies to the channel. I appreciate you. Follow me at practicalnotionsmedia.com for what I'm doing out here in these streets. All right. Yeah, because you create something, so am I. All right. All right. Thank you again for joining me, and you take care.